Yo, yo, yo. It's Thursday night. We're back 2 weeks in a row. What do you know?
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Exactly. It's me, boy High Five Vega, joined as always by Dean Bayette, the zip tie king.
Yeah.
Although we don't know you as much for the zip ties anymore. It's just common now. You've made it common throughout the industry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a thing.
It is what it is now.
Yeah, I know. There's nothing special. I can go home. Done my part. I don't mean it. It's like there's nothing left for me.
Yeah. You've done the clean wiring. You've done the zip ties. What's the next twist that we see from 5-star?
Retirement.
Retirement.
It's just put a fork in me and I'm done. Yeah. Call it a day.
Yeah, there's at least 25 more F-150s that need to be done by the end of the month.
Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I don't doubt it. I mean, it was kind of nice. We actually just finished a Forerunner.
Oh,
which I like the Forerunners. I always have it. They're a nice little change of pace because it's not, it's a Toyota, but it's like this weird Toyota. It's like the Jeep of Toyotas. I mean, some people might argue like the FJ is like the Jeep, and technically, like it is more like a Jeep, but the following behind a Forerunner, like that's a culty thing that like, because Forerunner guys are they're very specific people.
Oh yeah.
They have that Jeepish vibe where it's like, oh, welcome to my Forerunner club. I got a new Forerunner and I got the old Forerunner in the garage. My son's got a Forerunner and my wife, well, she wants a Highlander because she likes leather seats. And you're like, oh, okay, stinky.
Yeah.
But
it's true. I mean, then you have the people that like have the older Land Cruisers that are really into them. Not older, but like 90s.
Yeah,
but then they get super pissed.
Older.
Super pissed whenever they say that
it's a 30 years ago. Okay.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. But normally when I think Land Cruiser, I'm thinking like 70s model.
Oh, yeah,
like really, really Jeepish.
No, I'm thinking 90s because I remember we had back in the day. Back in the 90s, we had this doctor that came in with like the first Land Cruiser I'd ever seen. We put a Macintosh system in it. And we had a really hard time. Like, I was like one of the first cars that we ever ran into where there was like an amplifier somewhere that we didn't know about. And like, I wasn't the guy installing it at the time. So, I was just the one that was called in to fix it, which I thought was funny for years. Front guys say, I guess, yeah,
exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
We all know. No, it was funny. I always thought it was funny because like I wasn't the installer, but I was the one guy that like the installers would be like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
It's like I would always have to go back and figure shit out, and it was in there again. It was just patience. They just didn't have the patience for it. A lot of these guys just want to run 100 miles an hour at the wall.
Well, it seems also like Toyota wants to make everything difficult, like with the Lexus.
Lexus wants to make everything. Toyota doesn't. Like Toyota is simple. Like I love Toyotas, man, because they really they stay in their own lane, man. It's like you get into a Toyota, the factory radio is gonna suck, so like you ain't got nothing to worry. It's like oh, the factory radio doesn't sound good. No way.
Yeah.
What are the odds? Holy shit. I must be dreaming. I'm pinching myself.
Yeah.
So, that's a 50-50 chance the radio could just die any second. For no reason.
Yeah, my buddy's got so his wife has I think it's a 2018 or 2019 Forerunner. Fairly low miles for a Forerunner, like 70,000 or something.
Oh my God, yeah, it's like a baby.
I know, exactly. All he did is oil changes. But anyways, he had a kind of somewhat complex system in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and something happened to one of the amps, and he's just tired of messing with it. It's like, dude, just like get the 2 kicker keys, hide them away, and you'll be pretty happy with the results.
Or just put a radio in it.
Yeah, well, that he might have a radio in it. I can't remember, but he put the kicker keys in, You know, it's like $600 for the pair when you buy them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he's been pretty happy with the results. So for just a basic, for it's probably not going to be enough for an enthusiast for your everyday ride, but for your wife's system or someone that just wants something better in stock, definitely worthy.
What's up, Bobby?
Bobby B.
Yeah, I don't know. Yay. Just put in radio in it. So
Yeah.
it's all that's the answer. Just put in radio in it. I mean, like this one we'd already put a radio in it. And he wanted an Alpine, and I give him shit for it every time. It's like, you're the one that bought the Alpine, because he's like, do you think I should put an epicenter in this? I said, it's a little late. I said, however, just so you know, if you want to put the Kenwood in there instead of that Alpine, the Kenwood's got one built in.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I go, yeah. He goes, I just spent $2,000 on that Alpine. I said, I told you not to. That wasn't my doing. I told you not to. Like, you're the one that's like, I got an Alpine. It's like, when you get tired of it, a Kenwood, go right in there.
Nostalgia got him, man. He probably remembers the great Alpines of the day.
I don't know. He just wanted an Alpine, and it's like, listen, man. Some people.
I mean, heard it in Easy song, maybe.
I don't know, man. I got in there, and he still had so Alpines have every time you hit a button, they make this weird dong dong noise, and it was cranked the fuck up. I was like, holy shit! The first thing I did was went in there and turned that down. And I told him when we were demoing, I said, I just want to let you know I turned down your chime on the radio. So if you'd like to turn it back up, go right ahead. But I had to turn it down. It was giving me anxiety every time I pressed the button. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. But hey, you know, these are the things.
I finally caught the series of showing the Tesla upgrades and the cheap speakers all being the same.
Oh,
on Facebook
Maddie's.
Reels. Yeah. That was pretty good. It was like a 4-part series.
Yes.
And I happened to see him on there. I was like, oh, I'm on lunch break. Might as well check him out. So
yeah,
it's pretty good. Definitely was getting some hate in the comments for sure.
Oh, he got lots of hate in the comments. Like, but it's funny though, because it's very telling if you think about it, because like one of the cars we just don't see a lot of, but you know, when it comes to Teslas, Matt Schaefer is the Tesla guy. Like Matty has done more Teslas in a prestigious way than any 5 installers that I know. I mean, he's the guy, and if you know, you can argue that all you want, but he's been doing them the longest. He's done the most of them. He's just the guy. You know, he has people ship his Teslas from all over the world. So, you know, it's funny, but like we did the Alpine Tesla, and just because I was like, dude, we need to do a video on Teslas just so like we can get some people to buy these things.
Yeah.
And the only I was over at the install. I was over on the retail side one day, and this guy's like, "Oh, hey, it's you." I go, "Hey, it's me." And he goes, "Oh, I'm buying the Alpine system." I go, "For?" He goes, "My Tesla." I said, "Oh." He goes, "Yeah, I watched your video. It looks, you know, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in there." I said, "Oh, okay, so you're doing it yourself?" He goes, "Yeah, it's not a big deal. I can take it all apart. All just plugs in." I said, fantastic. Just make sure you follow the instructions, just like you tell you in the video. He goes, no, it's good. I've watched the video like 4 or 5 times already. I'm ready. I said, okay, cool. Well, you know, have fun. Good all. And that is the first and only person that has done anything since we've recorded that video. Even the rep who drives the car daily is like, dude, I can get no budget. Like everyone's like, yeah, this is really cool. Like we're excited about it.
Right.
But not a Tesla person in the world's out there going, man, you know what sucks? My stereo.
Yeah.
It's like they're a weird group of people that are like, oh, Jesus built this car.
Well, you know, the funny part is the founder of your shirt there, Mr. Irby, still has a stock system in his Tesla.
Of course he does.
And he's fairly happy. I mean, honestly, it does sound pretty good. I mean,
well, his excuse for it, because I said, dude, seriously, he goes, listen, man. My guys are busy building demo cars, building us displays. They don't need to be working on my car. And I go, no, I get it, but you own the company. He goes, yeah, that's why I want them doing that stuff, because the last thing I want. I go, yeah, but like, you should be having a car. You should be getting the engineering team and the installers working on your car, because then you can figure out like, hey, these are the products we need to build to make this car sound better. Like, for example, best example of that is Bill Jackson, former CEO of Rockford Fosgate. Okay,
Yeah.
great guy. When we got a chance to interview him, we were talking about motorcycle audio, and they're all, motorcycle guy, loves his motorcycles, and he's like, yeah, we put all our shit into, this is early on. He goes, we put what we thought were our good speakers in and did all this crap, and he goes, took it to the show, played great at the show. He goes, then I went to drive home. And, doing 60 miles an hour down the expressway, exhaust going. And guess what? I couldn't hear anything. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah.
And first thing Monday, I drove it to work, and I said to my guys, I said, hey, do me a favor. Go take my bike out for a spin and tell me what you think. Tell me how you think it sounds. Oh, come on, boss. It sounds great. He goes, no. Go take it for a spin. Get out on the expressway and go a couple miles. Oh, boss, come on, man. It sounds great. All right. Just fucking do it. Okay. Comes back and he goes, Jesus Christ, that's terrible. And he's like, yeah, we can't sell this shit. And that started them on the path to creating a whole new industry of, these Harley Davidson systems that everybody does now. But that's how that went down, was that, they thought that it was just normal shit that they could just, throw some marine shit in there and everyone would be happy. And it's like, no, it's not. Like, you actually have to build something specific.
The only acceptable use of bullet tweets, in my opinion.
Oh, motorcycle for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. bullet tweeter coaxials all day long. Hell yes.
Oh, jeez.
That and tower cans. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But there again, that's how innovation is made. When you have somebody that is has the ability to make change, realizes that change needs to be made and makes it, then that's what it's all about. This week, or last week, end of last week, we did some work for another manufacturer that wanted to do some testing. And I was like, hey, we have this. Like, oh my God. And so we did all, we did a Teams meeting. We had cameras going. We're doing all kinds of testing for them. Because there's this question that needed to be answered. And it's been bugging me for a year and a half. And so finally they're like, yeah, we're ready to dig into this. I said, cool. So we set up all this stuff. We're doing all this testing, and we're finding out all this really important information. It was like, I just can't talk about it yet, but we're like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome. And so it wasn't anything top secret. It was just like, it was really nice. I mean, we were stayed after like an hour and a half to get all this shit done. So then I'm talking to another manufacturer, and I was like, dude, you're not going to believe what we found out last night. And they're like, what? And I was like, we did all this testing and we found this shit out. And they're like, whoa, wait a minute. I go, yeah, well, who'd you do that with? And I was like, we did it with these people. And they're like, oh shit. So now that company is doing all kinds of testing to figure out their shit. And I'm like, I've been asking these motherfuckers to do this shit for like a year and a half now, since we first learned about this. And everyone's like, oh, well, but all of a sudden you get one guy to do it, and it lights a fire underneath everybody's ass to go out and see if this shit works. What's up, man? So it's like, okay, cool. It was one of those things where it's like, well, if they're doing it, we need to be doing it. So if Steve would have taken the initiative to get the guys out there working on his Tesla, and they would have, the engineers would figure out like, oh shit, these are all the things that we don't know.
Yeah.
And then like we would get products from that we don't currently have, because they're, again, somebody in position to make change has the team to do it. And is, because I mean, really up until this point, everything Tesla is just kind of, Alpine was smart and they bought the company that makes their kit. Like, they didn't make that kit. Somebody way smarter than them made that kit. They just bought the company and sold it, which I think is great. But there again, where's the follow through? There is no follow through.
Especially with the Model Y, it's like I think it's in the top 10 best selling cars in the US right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So it's like, it's a pretty high market item.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, but there again, to be fair, we did all this work. We filmed a great video, had, very knowledgeable, explains everything, and the sell through is 0.
Yeah.
we do more SC430s than we will see Teslas. And all my buddies that do this shit, they're like, at best they put a sub into a Tesla. It's like, even that, it's like, okay, I don't know what, I don't know what they're all scared of, but yeah, it's kind of weird. So, quick question, Dean. Took your advice and got a key lock. I soldered RCAs to my front speaker leads. Can I solder female RCAs to the key lock inputs? Okay. So
Right, you could just cut the RCAs off, right? If you're
I soldered RCAs to my front
speaker leads. So he wants to hook them up with RCA instead of just direct connect, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting the same that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we just unplugged it, plugged this between the same of them, and we just want to make everything work.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, why not? It's just a connector.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I just soldered mine together, wire to wire.
Yeah, I mean that's yes.
But
I mean, if you want something that's like you can unplug and plug back in and do all that, you can use an RCA for that.
Yeah. Or you could have soldered the female parts on the, because it comes with the male RCAs, right? Wait, I can't remember. If it comes with female or male. I don't know.
I thought it just came with speaker wires. I think the key amplifier has RCA, has female RCAs on it. The key lock is just wires.
The key lock is just wires. Yeah, correct.
Because it has RCA. It has wired in, RCA out.
Yeah, it's funny. I got a key lock sitting right over there, just out of arm's reach.
Oh yeah, you can buy the female with the set screws. Those scare me. Those feel
those are kind of little.
So all the ones I have, I've gotten from putting in people's JL Audio stuff, because JL Audio gives those to you in the box.
Oh really?
Yep. Yeah, I'm assuming JL Audio dealers have those things by the dozens, if not hundreds of them. Yeah.
Oh, so I did have a topic for tonight.
Okay.
It's car audio innovation or car audio gimmick. Okay. Oh. I have a few, and maybe some will come to your head as I'm going through it. So we'll start with what's on your shirt. In general, I'm saying shaped speakers. So in specifically the the Kicker Square L7, which in my opinion, that particular sub was an innovation because they got the surround technology, so they weren't ripping apart their surrounds. But also, you do get more cone area. It's easier to stack them in a big wall. So that one in particular, I think, is innovation. I don't know how you feel about it.
No, the square. I mean, like Sony was doing square woofers, for their home. So I mean, it's. I mean, so I think the L7 fantastic square. I don't care. It's cool. I think the funny one is the loudspeaker version.
The one that was the inverse that I was going to bring up. Yeah, so that like panned on here several times.
That's just gimmicky.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, right? I mean, it's a gimmick, but it's the right gimmick. That's what you want. Like
it's kind of branding at that point.
It's like we all know that square speakers will work, and we know that the theory of trickle down bigger cone. Sure, you could do. It's not a 6.5 anymore. It's more of 7 or 8. Or 7. I don't know. It's so you have more cone area. So whatever the cone area of that equals. Does it sound weird? I don't know. I mean, they're loudspeakers. They all sound weird.
Right.
So, I mean, right? So it's like, from the installation point of view, yeah, it's a little bit challenging because, you're not going to be putting a square peg in a round hole. But no, I think it's gimmicky, but I think it's the right gimmick. Like it doesn't work any other way. Like if they had round speakers, we'd all be asking for square.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was inevitable, I guess you could say.
Yes, it was very Thanos.
But here I have some other options, and I meant to pull these up before we started, but that's another story. So let's show them. Let's show them now. Let's start with this one. You probably remember this old gem right here. The
Oh,
Boston Acoustics oval subwoofer.
so if you go to Audio-Tech Fisher, is it Audio-Tech Fisher? Either Audio-Tech Fisher or Blam has a new version of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Okay, is it Blam?
Let's see.
Because they're the same.
There's the Audio-Tech, the Audison
What's the
AP
C Outlook right there?
699.
See the C Outlook right on the first left, right there next to that, right there. That's it. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So yeah, that's the new Blam. Yep, there it is. That picture was taken at Master Tech Expo. They had a car. Oh shit! I can't think of the guy that made it. He's from Canada. Had two or four of those in there.
So what's the benefit? This provides greater energy directly on the voice coil. Oh, this is talking about the magnets centered around the voice coil.
Okay, so the pitch is greater cone area from left to right, shallower height. So like the idea would be like a truck box where you can get instead of using a 6-inch or an 8-inch, you get a 12x8. So you have greater cone area.
That makes sense. That's acceptable, I think. It's not it makes sense.
Yeah.
Versus for instance, this subwoofer.
There again, I think that MTX was just trying to, that was just coming off of the coattails. I think the extant one, that's the 6 side, was the joke. Yeah.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah. That was stupid.
Right.
That was just there again. This was right around the time Kicker was doing stuff. So MTX made a square woofer. Dude, the really fun one was Bazooka.
Oh, do you mean this one I had pulled up?
Correct. Yeah, that was the. So this is the least amount of cone area you can have because the triangle is the most inefficient way to make a subwoofer because you're actually losing cone area. So yeah, there's nothing there to be gained.
But in their opinion, you could stack them in a triangle shape and fill the whole thing. That was
yeah, but you could do that with squares with round holes. I mean, it sounded so bad. I mean, it was just such a bad idea. But when Kicker came out with the square woofer, everybody was like, what shape can we do? Now the funny one was like the Bazooka nitrous bottles.
Yes,
those were gimmicky as hell.
They were, but all it was basically
it was a sticker.
Yeah, and it was on top of their standard.
Yeah.
So in that case, like for that era, it was stupid. But they sold bass tubes like
we sold the nitrous ones.
Yeah,
I mean, people come in and ask for them, and you just kind of look at them and go,
"Yeah,
why?"
They're trying to be super fast and furious right there.
Yeah, it was like, why? And they were cheap too. They were so cheap.
Yeah,
look at rare. That. Yeah, $1,000.
$1,100. My God.
Yeah. Somebody's stupid.
But speaking while we're on the topic of Bazooka, they also have some other innovations or gimmicks. Let's see what you think about it.
Liquid cooled amplifiers
and subwoofers.
Oh yeah.
Liquid cooled amplifiers and subwoofers.
So Orion back in the day, if you remember, had the ferro fluid,
which
was
their subwoofers,
the dumbest thing in the world.
That was their lifetime warranty subwoofers as well.
Yeah, that's a quick life.
Did they ever honor that? You weren't
dude. Let me tell you what we had back in the day. Literally one of my jobs. Ooh, that was neat. One of my jobs was to handle all the blown subwoofers and shipping.
Yeah,
and dude, we would spend so much time with blown subwoofers. Dude, we had so many blown subwoofers. I don't understand how we were subwoofers sucked back there.
They really did.
You know, they were just trash.
Yeah.
I mean,
Most of them
yeah,
were like they come from the damn that place in Ohio. I don't know.
I don't know. They were just had shitty surrounds, small
Yeah.
voice coils. They couldn't handle the power.
Yeah,
I mean, they
they
just
were
they
all
were.
like PA subwoofers.
Well, I mean, they were subs, but by
Yeah.
today's standards, they were mid range.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
for sure.
know, I mean, I just I don't know. It was so weird how bad. Plus, I think too, Orion really didn't understand bandpass boxes that they wanted us to put these in, because they
Yeah.
definitely weren't building these things to withstand the pressure that that it was putting on these voice coils. Like, it would just cook the voice coils.
Yeah.
You know, it would sound great. Oh my god, it would sound great, but it would just cook the speaker. You know, and they're such a pain in the ass to take apart. When we switched from band passes to ported boxes at some point, because I just got tired of building them, like, can we just build ported boxes? Like, our return rate went to the floor. Like,
Yeah.
we get a couple every now and then, but nothing.
There's
like
so many
that.
things that could go wrong with bandpass. I mean, you can have a crack in the if someone throws their groceries on the window.
Well, yeah, I mean, you didn't always have to build a band pass with a window.
Yeah.
Most of the boxes we built, we just saw the slits. You know, it was totally inside. But yeah, wasn't fun. A lot of blown shit back then.
Yeah. Let me see this. So I have another one here. Let me
Yes, I did watch part of Peter's trip to see Julian and the gang.
So here's another one. Let me see if you think this is an innovation or a gimmick here. The MTX jackhammer. This came in many forms.
Yes.
But overall, I would say in general, large subwoofers like the Clarion 29-inch or 32-inch or whatever it was.
They were gimmicks.
Yeah, definitely. In my opinion, they were gimmicks.
They were 100% gimmicks.
Yeah.
I mean, which is fine. Like that, you know, it was like gimmicks were cool though. I mean, that's the halo effect, right? So, you know, we can build this amazing thing. Fantastic. Yeah, forklifts, pulling the thing up, and you know, it's like you know, those things were talked about. Like, we'd come in, people would want to see them. Like, that was the thing. Like, Sound of Ice used to have the giant Clarion subwoofer in there. They put it in like a monolith right in the middle of their 12-volt section, because they knew people would just want to come in and look at it. You know, they had no intentions of selling it, but they, you know, every now and then you might get one guy that wants to buy it. The stores that figured that out did really well, but you had to invest. You know, like having this woofer sitting there, that, oh man, that's like the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, $1,500 at the time. So
yeah,
just sitting there looking pretty.
Yeah, so I mean, that was cool. I mean, we used to have, you know, Ryan used to have gold amplifiers, and it was the same as any other amplifier. It just had a gold heatsink, and they'd put your name in it. And like, we just ordered the heatsinks and put them on the wall, and people just go and stare at those things. You know,
yeah.
We had an Orion Beast heatsink on the wall, both a red and a black, and people just come in and be like, "Are those real?" I'm like, yeah, those are real. You can buy them. You know, and people just want to look at the stuff. They want to touch it because they'd see it in a magazine, and like most places would not have that stuff on display.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you did, they were like, "Oh crap!"
Right. And this, so I will say for the jackhammer, at least it was like a real true blue, like subwoofer as we think of a subwoofer today.
Yeah, like it would work.
Right. Versus the Clarion, which did work, but it's definitely like a pro. It's just like a pro speaker.
Yeah, it's just a gimmick.
Yeah. Although I did hear this one, Derek made a video on it at one of the old school meets.
Yeah.
It actually put out more than I expected.
Yeah.
Which I didn't expect a lot. So.
Yeah. What was it? I think it was either Fein or Gauss. You could just buy these directly from them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Put a sticker on it, spray paint it black.
There you go.
They used to come white.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of those speakers, big speaker cones like that, came white. I don't know why, but and then you just spray paint the cones black. So
All right, let's go to the next one.
okay.
And I feel like everyone knows what we're going to think about this one.
Oh God. I was just talking to somebody who's like, I got 2 of these brand new in the box, and I go, really? Like, yeah. Like, you
I
need to
mean,
hook
they're
those up.
probably worth some money, but they're trash as far as the subwoofer goes.
I never got a chance to hear one.
Yeah.
I would love to hear one just to see like.
I feel I
Wow.
don't know how to describe it. I feel like it sounds how you think it would sound.
Yeah, like nothing.
How you would think like a blade moving around.
Well, I feel like it would sound like a fan when you're in, when you were a kid and you were going, you were talking in the back of the fan.
That's kind of what it's like. You know how when deep bass hits,
yeah,
and you before you hear the bass, you kind of feel it.
Yeah,
you're not really feeling it, but then you get only the part that's like.
I don't know. It sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, I get it. You're moving air, so
yeah,
sure. But there again, it was one of those things where Phoenix Gold had access to the technology, and they're like, "We can build this." And
it was worth a shot. I mean, it was
right. But Phoenix Gold, if you remember, that's what they did. Like these guys would literally look around their warehouse and be like, "Dude, we got way too many of those circuit boards. Let's just order heatsink and we'll put 3 of them in it, and we'll call it, Route 66 or the freaking Bandit or whatever."
Exactly.
Frankenamp. And it's like all they needed was, drilled end caps and longer wires. I mean, it was they didn't do anything special. And people were like, "Oh my God." "Oh my God, son of a sailor. Oh, that's so amazing. Let's get that amplifier."
I mean, and even today, even though everyone knows what they are now, but back then, I don't think everybody understood. Dealers understood because you're messing with it already, but like the everyday DIY person,
yeah, they just don't do that shit anymore.
But now everybody knows, and they're still desirable because limited edition, I guess.
I mean, dude, listen, if Arc Audio decided to come out with a Blackbird and 2 Nighthawks underneath one big aluminum piece, and it's just literally one uncut piece of aluminum, maybe they connect the outputs inside of the amplifier so you don't have to run external RCAs. Maybe.
I mean, that would be cool because they're not actually all that long. Like that would be a reasonable size compared to old school amps.
If you made it a little bit longer, you could put like a bus bar in the end of it and have like a 0 gauge and have an internal distribution block. Power distribution block that goes off internally. Or just run 3 power wires to it. I mean, let's be honest, who cares, right? I mean, I don't. I'm fine with it. I just want one big heatsink,
Dude, do you remember the Canadian amps? And I would have pulled a picture up of them, but I can't remember the name of them.
Oh my God.
They would be like mono blocks. So it would be an 8-channel, but it would literally be 8 mono blocks in one sync, but you had to have 8 power wires. And then you would have 8 outputs. I cannot remember them for the life of me, the name of them. But
there's one company now that's like that I know Peter puts in a lot of his. It's got like a Nautilus shell or some shit like that on it. They're all just these really expensive 1-channel amplifiers.
Yeah.
So
that I mean, I'm gonna look them up while I show this other. Let's see your take on this.
Okay.
Because I know this was big in the DIY community. A big deal.
Technology. Yeah.
Oh, Blade. Oh, perfect. I'll look that one up. So, critical mass. What do you know about it? Do you know the lore of critical mass?
Not a bit.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So, critical mass. Look at this. The eBay listings since the 90s.
What the hell?
Have had prices like this. $15,000 for this subwoofer, $10,000 for the amps. The speakers will be $9,000, $8,000, and they've done this forever. But if you go look at the sold listings, you can see what they actually sold for, which is still quite high. But I think people felt like they got a deal because it wasn't $15,000.
Okay.
So their whole lore was we're super high end, the best of the best you can get.
Okay.
Here he goes, critical mask. Just the right time. But the fact is, like, I have heard this subwoofer. I've heard other subwoofers of theirs. I have not heard the amplifiers, but I've heard the speakers. And
Okay.
I can say that this subwoofer, the $15,000 one, is a
Yeah.
very good subwoofer. One of the first Neo Mag subwoofers that I was aware of, anyways.
Okay.
And it's not worth $15,000. It's not even, in my opinion, worth $1,000. But
I mean,
it was a very good subwoofer. I think I bought it, and I think I paid like $400 for it just to try.
okay.
But the whole spiel, the whole gimmick of it is, which it is a gimmick, is they just had every eBay listing for ridiculous prices. Matter of fact, just to go into it a little deeper, let's look at it on eBay here to see if it's still.
What's up, golf guy?
Oh, let's see here. Okay,
$500 for a set of 4-inch components.
let's see here. Okay, look at this.
Wow.
Oh my God.
20 grand.
Look at just the wires are $50,000 or 60. Excuse me.
Where is this company from?
Oh, you need you do a lot of Broncos. This would be a pretty good upgrade for those. Wouldn't you think?
$20,000 critical. Does this company still exist?
Yes, they do. They tried to sue Derek
Why?
because he made a video talking about how ridiculous the prices are. Because he got one of their amps and tested it. They sent a cease and desist.
Okay.
They had the lawyers send a cease and desist. But yes. And they have been like this, dude. I'm telling you, since the 90s. And this is the same subwoofer they were selling back then, the UL12. I don't know if they've updated or what's gone on with it. But yeah, they're still at it. They've been in magazines with this subwoofer.
I'm guessing that one.
Look,
there.
There you go. $10,000 for the magazine.
I mean, sure.
Look, here you go. You get one pretty cheap, 10 grand. I don't know who makes their amps. I don't know who makes the subwoofers either, or the speakers. But the subwoofer's unique, and they have had these subwoofers since the 90s. So I don't know if it shows it. They got their little.
I mean, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm glad I got to bring the joy of Critical Max to you.
I'm gonna have to ask Brian about that because that's something that would be right up his alley.
Dude, I wonder if he knows who makes them.
I don't know.
That would be interesting.
That'd be a Brian for sure.
Let me see what else. Oh, okay. So we got that one.
Do you
got
know
another
who
one
makes
for you?
the Critical Mass speaker line?
Yeah, that would be great if we had some insight into that.
All right, we'll leave that.
And are they worth 15 grand? The answer is no. I can tell everybody that.
Oh no, right. I mean that's besides the point. I mean, it's worth what people will pay. I mean, listen, if it was a home audio product and it was that price, all day long,
right?
All day long. But when you're a car audio company,
no,
not even
not even close. Now,
speaking
of very expensive pieces of audio equipment, do you remember the Precision Power 2500 F1 that came in a suitcase?
No.
I believe the MSRP for this amp was $15,000. Matter of fact, I'm gonna phone a friend. I know Derek's gonna know this.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So that was the thing you did back during the buyer's guides.
Yeah,
because the game was who could have the most expensive piece in the buyer's guide, and so some of these manufacturers would just make up products and put them in the buyer's guide so that like
Yeah.
they would
Like,
never exist. Like they're never coming out. I can't remember what was the one that we always looked at that like every year they would just put the same one in. It would be, whatever, 15, 20 grand, 25 grand. And they're like, oh, this isn't coming out. Ooh, I
yeah.
like the Pioneer with the wood grain. Bottom left.
Yes.
That was important, dude. We sold because you used to be able to change the colors, and
Yeah.
like we had a clear version of it. Well, that's not even a wood grain; it just looks like wood grain.
Yeah, it's just back behind it.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because we had the wood grain version of that. We had the clear version of that, where you could. Oh yeah, and then we
Dude,
had
a
LED
bunch of these
covers.
pictures are Derek's.
Yeah,
That
I'm
one,
sure.
that one.
Yeah, for sure.
I know that. I know exactly where that table's at. His house. Oh man.
Yeah, when he tried to do home audio shit. Oh,
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of that really expensive British amplifier that they make.
The Genesis?
No, the other one that has all the little pins for heat sinks. They come in like a suitcase. You know which one I'm talking about? There was a couple dudes when we went to finals that had those. Then they had a bunch of them sitting out on the table. They're like
I can't remember the
expensive.
name. I know what you're talking about though.
They had like the circuit board is like a British flag or an American flag or
Were they affiliated with Rainbow?
no.
No, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah. They sold a handful of them. They were built by hand, and the outrageous price was because they didn't want to build or sell them. And honestly, that's what happens a lot of the times.
Yeah.
They'll I mean, I feel that's the norm. Like we're gonna come out with this piece so we could get in the magazine, and it's like, oh, we got to build these things. Oh, crap.
And dude, I cannot find the. So I was looking for the Blade audio. I can't find the one. I've done a video on one here, but I can't find the monoblock one. They were pretty nice, high quality amps, but it was ridiculous to have a power input for every single one of them. Power and ground.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. Literally, it was 8 monoblocks, and it's my buddy Jason that had them. And actually, he blew it up and had to get it repaired. And the repair guy is someone we know, and he's like, "Don't ever send one of those again."
Oh wow.
He said, "Never again."
No.
Jared just texted back. He said $25K was the MSRP for that.
For the
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow, that's crazy. That's the list I had of car audio innovations and gimmicks.
I think the Audison thesis?
Yeah.
I think the thesis is really the one that like ticks all the boxes.
Yeah,
like
the thesis is pretty legit. I've held one in my hands. Yeah,
like it exists. They sell them. They sell a lot of them.
Do they really?
Oh yeah, they sell. I mean, it takes I think it's like a week to make 2. Something weird like that.
Yeah.
Because there's like 2 guys, and all they do is build these amplifiers, and they have a backlog. Because there's places in the world that like these things are very sought after. So I think they sell like 110 of them a year or some shit like that. It's maybe 30 or so. I don't know. They sell them though. They're
right.
It's a real amp. You can buy them. But it's the Thesis Vente. Is the pretty one, and dude, it's so gorgeous. Like, what was it? Gary Biggs.
Yeah.
When he rebuilt the Grand National, had those in the trunk, and like, God, just to look at them and like,
yeah,
they're so pretty. It's like a stripper club amplifier. I mean, it's like, it's like everything you want an amplifier to be.
Dude, they are so. Derek has one that he's afraid to test.
One of
because
these?
It's on loan, right? So it's not his amp. And dude, the thing, it's just a work of art.
Yeah.
And I told him so far when I've been down there, when he's tested amps, like 2 out of 3 times they've blown up.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't test this when I'm here.
Yeah. Oh,
Like, while I
for
was
sure.
saving it till you got down here, I was like, no, dude. Like, I'm bad luck. For whatever reason, I'm bad luck when you test amps.
Yeah.
Let's not, because we've already burnt basically to the ground a Soundstream Da Vinci. Do you remember those?
Yes. Yeah, we had one.
Yeah, it literally caught on fire.
Oh my
Saw
God.
flame shoot out. And he had a 220 or a 250 HCCA, had it recapped and everything. We hooked it up, literally blew up instantly. Or no, it didn't. It didn't blow up instantly. He's like, I thought I had a problem with this when we hooked it up. I had the clamp on it just to make sure it's not drawing excessive current. Like, oh, it's cool. It's cool, man. Go ahead, let's go. Then all of a sudden, dude, out of the blue, that thing started drawing like over 100 amps idle.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, cut it. Hey, by the time I cut up, done.
Yeah. What is the PLV-7?
That I don't remember. They've had some. Oh, so let me see here. Here's a good one. XCR. Trying to figure out what the name of this thing is. I can't remember the name, but it was a Phoenix Gold tri-mode crossover. Do you remember that?
I wasn't a Phoenix Gold dealer.
Yeah, it was a big crossover that you could hook up to a 2-channel amp, do your sub and your front with.
Yeah.
A cool collector's piece because it looks awesome. But I think Derek has done a video with one hooked up.
Yeah, Ryan had this really cool. I want to say it was I think it was a crossover. It was cool. It's like this big panel and had these sliders on it, and we all had one, and like we're all like, dude, there's something wrong with all of our cars. Like all of our cars, there was something in. And finally, like one of us yanked it out and put like a 200 or 300 CRX in it. Everything went away. And we're like, oh shit. So we're like, man, this thing's a piece of shit. Oh, it was funny too. It was the first time my boss was like, listen, guys, we'll get it taken care of. We'll get them swapped out. But you can't go around and say the brand is a piece of shit because they make one bad product. Like this is how we make a living. So you gotta not.
Yeah,
gotta not say that. I'm like, okay, but it is a piece of shit. So
the one I can't find it. I'm looking for it. I'm thinking of the Orion Concept speakers that came with a passive crossover like that.
Yeah.
So I can't remember.
Much later because this was DIN cable. This is all DIN.
Oh,
this is early stuff. This is like Moon and Stars time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have to be a much older one.
Oh yeah. This thing, it was a piece of crap. I mean, it sucked too because we had 3 of them. We had to send all 3 back, and we had to send them back and get 300 CRXs.
Yeah.
And just kind of eat the difference. It was like, well, that sucks because back then it was like, dude, I paid a lot of money for that thing. Like, you're just gonna play me like that? Like, that's kind of stupid.
But speaking of which, how did you land on the Orion Concept?
So it's funny. So we were already done with Orion by the time Concept rolled around.
Yeah.
So like we missed the whole Concept phase of yeah. So I don't remember what happened and why we moved away from Orion. Oh, well, they had come out with the Jesus Clip amplifiers where they had the centerpiece.
Yeah.
That came off. And that kind of ruined it for us because
the pop tops.
Yeah, the pop tops were not doing well.
Yeah.
And the industry was changing. That was like one of the first changes that we noticed where things were going in a different direction. And Orion just wasn't filling the bill anymore.
Yeah.
And so we parted ways with the company and went to something else.
Yeah.
I don't remember what, because there was a time where we were like, we got like Rockford was the enemy, and then all of a sudden we had Rockford. And it was like, well, that's kind of weird. And then we had Kicker, and Kicker was not very popular for us. Like we put a lot of effort into Kicker, and it never moved the needle for us. Like it never did anything. It was kind of weird. Like we sold. I don't remember ever doing anything with the stuff. Like
Wow.
It was very strange because we had it. It just never moved for us. And then we got into Image Dynamic at some point, like the original Image Dynamic, before they decided to waste all their money on hopes and dreams and basically bankrupt the company.
Mm-hmm.
So then Image Dynamics, when they went belly up, so to speak, the first time, we moved into Diamond, and we became a huge Diamond dealer. This was the original Diamond. This was the Max Factor period when Diamond was just a bunch of rich guys making speakers, because Diamond's real money was in computer speaker manufacturing. So they made all the speakers for compact computers. And so none of the stuff they did was important. But when the compact computer went out of business, they were having all their eggs in one basket. And that's really where that first time the company sold was then, because it was literally a fire sale. Like, just sell everything that's in the warehouse. That's it. Who cares? Whatever. 2 for 1, 12 for 1. Buy 12, get 14, and so when that finally went up, and that one was tough for us because the company got bought, and we had already parted ways with the company, and we had made such a name for it. Our competitors were picking it up because we didn't have it, and they were selling it because people come in and they'd want Diamond because we sold Diamond, and we didn't sell Diamond anymore. And I'm just like, dude, what? Like, we can't sell what we have. No one wants this. They all want Diamond. Well, we don't have it anymore. I was like, let's just become a dealer again. Like, and it was just one of those weird moments where it was like, why don't we just carry this stuff? Like, people want it. It's not like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's just a different owner. And he's like, no, we can't do it. They fucked us, out of thousands of dollars. And because they had changed amplifier manufacturing to like Mexico or some shit like that. And dude, failure rate was 100%.
Oof.
So we had like 15 amplifiers that were dead, and it was probably $15,000 worth of shit. And it was like trying to negotiate what we owed them versus what they owed us and part ways with them was brutal. And the owner of AVE was just like, fuck that. I don't want anything to do with these people. Like, they don't know how to run a goddamn business.
Wash his hands of them.
Yeah.
I can feel that. But if the people are, it's tough. It's a tough position to be in.
I think towards the end there, I think Rockford was kind of our go-to subwoofer brand. And then we'd gotten Focal. So we had Focal stuff. And we were doing Kenwood. We had Soundstream at one point. We had JBL at one point. But I think when we wrapped it up towards the end there, it was just like Kenwood radios and some Pioneer. We had Pioneer. I know we had Pioneer. So it was Kenwood and Pioneer radios, and it was Rockford.
And what time frame is this in? Like,
this was before I left to go to 5-star. So that would have been like what, 13, 14, 15 years ago.
So like
20. So it would have been like 2021, 2022. Or no, I'm sorry, 2000. What year is it? So that would have been like 2011.
Yeah.
2010, 2011, I think is when I wrapped up there. So
what's up, buddy?
What's up?
That was right when I was getting back into cardio.
So that was when I was trying to get out of cardio.
I was out of cardio from 2001 to about 2011, 12-ish, somewhere in there.
So my goal was to get out of AVE. It was just me and the owner, and he was terrible. Like, at this point, he had, he was a great guy. We had a lot of fun. We had 20, 22, 25 years, a lot of years. Yeah, 22 years, 21 years. it was like 21, 22 years of working together. He was the best man at my wedding. I mean, we had a lot of history, but the relationship, it was like a marriage, and the love was gone.
Yeah.
The love was gone, and I call it my first divorce, because that's what it was. It was like, how do we split this and go our separate ways, but like not be dicks about it.
Right.
And that's really hard to do after you've worked for somebody for that long that just doesn't respect you, so to speak.
Yeah.
Or they realize, I mean, and there again, it's one of those things where he realized after I left that he fucked up. He didn't know. He didn't know everything, because it was so easy to blame me for everything.
You don't know what you got till it's gone. They wrote a whole song about it.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. It was a good song.
Yeah.
I don't listen to it. It was a good song.
Yeah.
We had a conversation many years later, about all the things that he figured out that he was not doing, and that the staff he hired after I left was definitely not capable of. He didn't. Did you really know who I love is? Yeah, that's exactly. No, I mean, dude, for it was a great place to grow up in. We had a great time. Like the 90s were fabulous. Like 1990 to 2000.
You're telling me that's like my pocket of cardio where I just love cardio.
It was the best time to be in the industry, as far as like it evolving, and a lot of the stuff that we have now is thankful to that time. But money was flowing, drugs were on, people were just, it was a different world. It was the Miami Vice world that you see. That's what it was. It was a fantastic time. And then there was a shift. There was a shift where it went from this innovative, fun industry where everyone was just kind of like, it's almost like when that morning, you see it in the movies where the party kid wakes up one morning and he's got to get a job, and everything became real overnight.
Yeah.
That's literally what happened to the industry for me.
Well, it's like the big boss that owns the ski resort is closing it down, and the kids are trying to saving it. And that big boss was Direct Electronics.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But that came much later. That came a little bit later. But no, it was weird. There was a shift for us at AVE where things changed and became very not as fun as it used to be. Like it was weird. Looking back, I can see where these things happened.
Yeah.
And then in the very end, the last couple of years were just brutal. Like that was the closest. Everyone has that sad moment in their life where they're just like, oh, I can't go on. And that was that for me. It was just. It was, you get out of your car and you're like, man, I just can't go inside today.
Jeez.
I don't know what's waiting.
Even from the DIY perspective, like in 2001, that's when my daughter was born. That's really the impetus for me to get out. Like, I don't have money for this now. I have to be an adult, all the things. But at that time, I felt like, yo, this cardio is dying, dude. It's completely dying right now.
Well, and there again, it had changed. It had changed. Like we did. Trust me, from like from 2001 till the first crash in 2006.
Yeah.
Like, dude, business was banging. Like, it was like everything became professional all of a sudden. Like products and manufacturers, everyone, like all of a sudden, people were like hanging out in t-shirts, shorts, and flip-flops. And then all of a sudden everyone came in wearing like pants and a button up and like shoes with laces. And you're just like, oh shit. Like,
oh, there's adults here.
This just became like real.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. It was very weird, and people, like, it became a business at that point. It wasn't just like a bunch of guys doing fun shit anymore. And then, and I think, when 2006, when we hit that big dump, of 2007, Luckily, we were doing really well up to that point, so we could get through that hole. Because I mean, there was days where like nobody would come in, and it was weird too because it was just as fast as it came, it was gone. It's like all of a sudden, it's like one person shows up, then two people show up, and then 5 people show up. And then the next thing you know, it's business as usual. And you're like, what? Like, kind of like COVID was, where it was like, it's dead. And then all of a sudden, it's like, it's over.
Now,
And we're all spending money again.
We're back in it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just like, wait, what just happened? I don't know. Oh, that was weird. You know, it's very weird. But that's a whole nother story. So,
listen, I would love to hear this on car stereo talk between you and Brian.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I can ask him.
Yeah, that would be. I love, because Brian's one of the few guys that has as much experience in the industry as you and has gone through it all. So it's like you guys, but you also have your own points of view. So it makes it pretty good.
Yeah, that yes, he does definitely have his own point of view.
That didn't
which
sound
is
like
good.
a good thing.
No, it's good. Plus, he's a money guy.
Yeah.
And it was different where he was at than from where we were at. Like,
right.
Because I always call it the crash of 2006 because that's when we started to feel it. It's technically the crash of 2007.
Right.
But it's like, no, we were feeling it in 2006, man. Like, it just, the fucking last one out, the lights are already out. So just lock up. Like, there ain't no one paying the power bill. It's like, shit. Okay.
That would be a great topic. But if that being said, if you guys are up for more nonsensical stuff, we watched a great movie for Side Jag.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it. It was very fun. And it's called Nobody 2. So if you want to see us talk some more, wax poetic about nostalgia, maybe, probably not, click the link.
Totally.
We'll be over there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out, homies.